Hi, this is Julianne Lesniak. I'm the team leader for the Lesniak Group at Berkshire Hathaway, and I'm here with Heather Miller at Keystone Real Estate Settlement Services, and she's going to help us learn all about the settlement process and what our buyers can expect. So Heather, can you tell me what is title insurance and why does a buyer need it?
Absolutely. So first of all, thanks for having me today. So title is your rights as an owner. That's what title insurance is doing. It is protecting those rights as the owner of the real estate. You have homeowners insurance to protect your house. You have auto insurance to protect your car. You have title insurance to protect your real estate.
Can you say what rights specifically might be protected in title insurance?
Yes, so title insurance, once again, is protecting those rights as an owner. Typically, that's what we call fee simple rights. It means that you own the property entirely. No one else has a right to your property. No one else has a claim to your property. You can also have what's called leasehold estates if you have a lease with the property. You can have heir rights if it's like a condo or something like that.
Okay, Heather, so what is a title search and what are the issues that maybe will turn up in that search that you do for our buyers?
So the title search is kind of the backbone of what we do and where we start and everything like that. We do a 60-year title search on every property that comes through here. We search it through every owner that has ever owned it in that 60-year time frame. And we're searching for defects in title. We're searching for red flags, outstanding mortgages, taxes, judgments. We want to make sure that the person that is selling the property actually owns the property. There's no other interest out there that isn't taken care of. We need to check estates to make sure that, somebody wasn't willed the property and then someone else is trying to sell it. There's just a whole array of things that we search and find out by that title search, and that teaches us and directs us more so where to go going forward with the settlement process.
So what happens if you find a problem in the title search?
Well, most problems that we find are fixable. So
that's good to know.
It's very good to know. Sometimes you may not even know of a defect or a problem we found in the title search because it's something easy that we can just go ahead and fix ahead of time. If it's a major issue, which we have come across,
yes,
we let everybody know that, look, we may need to stop this closing process here. There's some major issues, before people get too invested into this property.
So basically, if there was, say, an open mortgage on the property,
yes,
that would be a big red flag, wouldn't it?
Yes, okay. Absolutely.
Because the potential homeowner could inherit that open mortgage.
Yeah, as soon as you buy that property, you inherit any issues that come along with it.
So this is why you need title insurance, guys. Just saying.
We are trying to protect you, yes. The other thing I did want to say there, though, is with that title search, you're also going to be finding restrictions, things that may limit your use to that property.
So that's deed restriction.
Yes, deed restrictions. So you want to make sure, that you can use this property how you want to use it, and that title search is going to show that.
Why would a buyer buy title insurance for the lender specifically with their mortgage?
So when you have a real estate transaction like this, you're going to typically be purchasing 2 title insurance policies. Your lender is going to require that you purchase them a lender's title insurance policy, and that protects them and their interest in your property. It guarantees them that they have first lien position with their mortgage that they're giving you. So in the event that you would default or anything like that and they would have to go and foreclose, their rights are protected.
Why wouldn't that be a lender cost?
Because you want their money, they're going to make you pay for it, basically.
Okay. Interesting to know. The lenders always make the buyers pay a lot of things that buyers have questions about, so that's actually something very good to know.
Yeah, a lot of times lenders will tell a buyer that the owner's title insurance is not needed, and that is a cost that they can save by not paying for that owner's title insurance. But you're required to make sure they have owner's insurance or lender's insurance.
Yeah.
They require that, but then they'll say, oh, but that owner's title insurance isn't needed, and that's an expense you can save. But it's really not that much more to be protected as an owner. Sometimes it's at no additional cost, because what we do is we issue what's called a simultaneous policy, where you're actually getting both policies for one price.
So Heather, what are the potential risks and what possibly could be hidden that a title search might bring up in the actual search?
So the title search is going to show us everything that's of record. And that's what we search. We search the court records. A lot of times there are hidden defects, though, that even the most diligent title searcher may not be able to find. Forgeries, fraud, misindexing, just human error. I mean, just clerical errors or just misindexing of the courthouse records are just human error. But
Right.
if it's not indexed correctly, a title searcher can't find it. And all things that can potentially jeopardize your rights as an owner once you own that property. You know, maybe next time the title search is done, they may have corrected that error and it might show up the next time the title search is done or something like that. So there's always hidden defects that can show up later on, and that's what that title insurance is there for.
That protects basically the homeowner
Yes.
for any of these hidden defects
Yes.
that maybe are not turned up
Yeah,
in
any
the title search.
unforeseen items that can potentially pop up later on, that title insurance is going to protect you. The big thing I want to point out to people with title insurance is it is a state regulated fee. So no matter who you're asking for, you know, what company you're asking, they should be quoting you the same prices. It is a one-time fee that you pay up front, and that covers you for the lifetime that you or your heirs own that real estate. One other thing that title insurance will cover is whether or not someone has a valid claim against you. It can still
Okay.
cost you a lot of money to defend yourself.
Absolutely.
So title insurance is going to step in and pay any of those attorney charges that you may incur to defend yourself and your rights.
So Heather, I know that there are different types of policies in title insurance. Can you explain what those are to our
Yeah,
clients?
absolutely. So just like any other product on the market, you have a choice, you know, of what type of title insurance policy you want to purchase. There is the basic or standard owner's policy, and that, you know, just covers an array of items there. And then there's the enhanced policy, which just gives you additional coverage on some specific items.
I always recommend with our homeowners that they get the enhanced policy. Can you explain the benefits of using the enhanced policy rather than the standard? Because I always think that it's a much better way for homeowners to purchase their title insurance.
Once again, it is enhanced, so it is additional coverage for you. The main 3 points that I like to encourage people to use where the enhanced policy would be that it covers mineral rights, it covers post-policy forgeries, and also permitting issues. So if it's like a new construction or newly constructed property and that builder did not obtain the proper permitting, title insurance is going to step in and cover any issues that may come from that. Another great feature about it, the enhanced policy, is that it increases in value 10% for the first 5 years that you own your property.
Wow.
So, you know, as a homeowner, you're hoping that your property value increases, so therefore that title insurance should increase with it. So you are not out of pocket any money.
So basically the enhanced version is well worth the additional small amount of money that you would pay for that enhanced version.
Yeah, absolutely. And typically we are talking like $200 roughly, give or take, you know, is what the enhanced policy cost, a little bit more than the standard policy would.
Okay, Heather, so a title company and a settlement agent, are they the same? Are they different? And I actually thought you had to be an attorney to do settlements.
Well, actually, you don't have to be an attorney. Here at Keystone, we are licensed title agents. We are licensed by the state of Pennsylvania to specifically do real estate transactions and issue title insurance. We actually act as both a title company and a settlement agent here. So a title company is responsible for issuing clear title to the property, issuing the title insurance. A settlement company actually holds the money and does the actual transfer.
So you do both?
We do both, yes. So they are actually different titles though.
Do you work with an attorney?
We work very closely with attorneys. Keystone is not an attorney-based office, though. Like I said, we are just specific licensed title agents. So the difference between an attorney and what we do, attorneys can handle all different types of litigation or law. So they can do litigation, they can do estate, and they can do real estate. Whereas a title agent specifically just does real estate.
Heather, can you explain exactly what a settlement agent does during the settlement process?
Well, we do a lot behind the scenes.
I'm sure you do.
A lot of people don't even know what a settlement company is. So basically what gets us started is when you get that signed sales contract, you're going to send it over. The lender's going to request a title insurance commitment. So the sales contract is what gets us started. So as soon as we get that, we're going to perform that 60-year title search. We're going to obtain taxes. We're going to get the current mortgage payoffs, any judgment payoffs that we may need to have. We're going to work with the lender. We're going to work with the real estate agent. We're going to compile all fees that need to be collected at settlement, and we're going to complete a settlement statement, or a HUD is what they used to be called, or a closing disclosure, which basically those are all just big terms for a receipt of where all your money's going at the table. So
it's amazing how much stuff actually happens in the settlement process from the day you get a ratified contract to the actual time that you close. So many things go on behind the scenes.
Yes.
And a lot of people just don't understand what you do to get them to that settlement process.
Yeah, we are literally working on a file for months at a time. So it's not just, someone hands us a contract and we're ready to go into the table and sit down with you.
Yeah, it's not just type in some stuff, click a button, and you get what you need. It's a lot of research then.
Yes, it is. It's a lot of research. Once we get that settlement statement compiled, we'll actually sit down with everybody at the settlement table. We'll go over the documents with you. We'll make sure they're all executed properly. We collect all money due and we pay everybody that's involved. We'll record those documents down at the courthouse of record. After everything's been recorded, we make sure that the mortgage gets paid off in full and satisfied of record. We'll issue those final title policies, and I think when that's all done, I can actually put your file away then. But like I said, that is actual, months from start to finish, so that we work on it.
Do clients sitting at the settlement table ask a lot of these questions, or do they just sign papers and hope that they're not signing their lives away?
I think that's it. I think it's sometimes an intimidating process for buyers, especially. So they don't ask a lot of questions. And the biggest thing that I want people to do when they come to my table is be comfortable enough to ask any questions that they do have. Now is the time to ask those questions, and we want you to feel comfortable. We do not want this to be an intimidating process in any way.
And there's no silly questions.
There is not, absolutely not.
Because we do this every day.
We do, and we do multiple ones of these every day for the last 20-some years, and whatever you have a question to, we want to be able to answer and make you feel comfortable. And if an issue would arise, we just want you to know that there is an entire team of experts working for you to get that resolved.
Heather, how long does an actual settlement take for everybody to sign all the paperwork and get the keys and congratulate everybody and then go home and start moving in?
Well, that process typically takes like 30 to 60 minutes, give or take.
That's not long.
No, it's not long at all. I've heard people say, you'll be there hours. I sometimes joke about that when they sit down to the table. This is going to take hours, but it doesn't. I mean, once again, we want you to feel comfortable enough to ask any questions that you have, and so that I answer any concerns that you may have. But it typically takes about 30 to 60 minutes.
When a client of ours comes to your settlement table, what can they expect? What are they asked for? What documents are they going to need to bring to settlement so that the settlement happens without any hiccups?
Okay, so as a buyer, what you can expect when you come to that table is the seller's normally there as well. There's normally real estate agents there. Sometimes a representative from the lender will be there, and myself. You're going to be expected to bring your funds for closing, either in the form of a cashier's or a certified check, or you would have had to wire those funds ahead of time. You're also going to need to bring a valid government photo ID. You have to be able
That's
to be
important.
properly identified that you are the person who is supposed to be signing those documents.
Yeah.
It always amazes me how many people just drive around without a driver's license.
How many papers are they expected to sign? I know I have a lot of people think that there's going to be this many documents and they're going to be needing a personal masseuse
Yes.
to massage their signing arm when they do the signing at settlement. So can you explain kind of what an overall view of what those documents might be? And they really aren't.
They're
like
not. They're
five-
not.
We haven't killed 40 trees.
Not yet.
Yes.
We're not there yet. But for a cash settlement, you know, if you don't have to have a mortgage, yeah, like 5 documents, it's not that bad.
Okay.
You know, but if there is a lender involved, it's probably anywhere from 80 to 120 pages. Not all of those need signed, but, you know, like I said, 30 to 60 minutes, we're in and out. It's not a big deal.
I'd like to thank Heather Miller at Keystone Real Estate Settlement Services for this great interview. I think it's a lot of really, really good information that our clients really need to know and don't know that they need to know. So thanks a lot, Heather.
Thank you very much. It was my pleasure doing this with you today. And, you know, as always, if anybody out there has any questions or concerns, we are always available to just take some time and answer any questions that you may have.
If you have any questions, our contact information for both myself and the Lesniak Group and Heather at Keystone is down below on the screen here. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to all of us. Thanks so much.